Alright, what's up everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool live stream today. Back in Planet Coaster 2. Today I'm just going to be doing some fun stuff, so nothing set in stone on what we're doing here, but I kind of wanted to do something from scratch. Just for fun, and we'll see how it goes, so how about that? How about that? So if we go to we have a couple different options: challenge, sandbox, franchise, career. Of course, I think we're just gonna go to sandbox and kind of set the settings the way I want, and kind of go from there. So we're gonna do new park, and I'm surprised we don't have more biomes at this point. Surprised I haven't added more. I mean, we have career templates that we could also do as well, which is just the empty biomes from the career mode. So I guess we do have these options as well. They're kind of interesting. Hey, what's up, Noah? Tyler's also in here as well. Commented first. Donovan also up here. Let's go. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. As we get set, but I always like the Mediterranean one. I don't know why. But we're gonna go in here. We're gonna do custom settings, and let's get into park settings. Park name. I don't know. Let's go with something fantastic. Fantastic hills. Some fantastic hills. I don't know. I just like, usually when you come up with a park name, you just put something like really cool sounding, and then you put like hills, valley, city, you know, like it's like that's kind of how you go with it. So alright, should we have to worry about power supply, ride facility condition? I'm gonna kind of want to do, so we turn this down, you don't even have to worry about breakdowns. Which I kind of want to worry about breakdowns. World Heartland, like boom, yeah, see? That's a good one too. Downs, you can turn on and off. Service badges. I don't know if I want to do any of these. Do I want to worry about power? That's the thing. Alright, I always put that up to 12k. Hunger multiplier, that can all stay the same. Nothing I need to change there. Right, flat rides power, so you can make it to where the... make it where where like you have to have power supply, but you can make it to where like the rides don't need to. It's quite interesting. At least it gives you the option. Stand track limits, of course. Track rides power. You can also do that. I think that also includes coasters as well. We'll keep power on. Fictional railroad, nice. Staff pay, stamina, cleanliness, full safety. Player cash. Should we play with cash? I kind of want to, but I want to put it in a spot where I don't have to worry about cash, so... $500,000 should be enough, right? Surely. I kind of just want to go straight for $1 million. We start with $1 million. I don't ever like doing research trees, honestly. I like just having everything available right away. Guest refunds, demolishing refunds. Loans turned on. Lightning affects park. I actually haven't really experienced some of that, so I want to keep all of that on. So basically I want to be like, I don't want to worry about money, but at the same time I do want there to be cash in some regard. I think that's good. So we're just not going to worry about... Should we worry about breakdowns? Ride breakdowns and such? Yeah, I want to do all the management stuff. We'll turn that on. Hey, what's up? Teen Gamer. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alright, fantastic. Let's go ahead and create our park. I never promised this to become like an actual series or anything, but I just wanted to do something different for fun. Like just kind of something chill. You know what I mean? Let's gain some extra money here by just deleting some trees. Easy way to gain some extra cash. Look, I already gained like $4,000 from that. Am I crazy? The Wheel of Wonders. What's the Wheel of Wonders? I've never heard of that. Like, legit. Fun is always, well, fun, of course. Of course it is. Alright, let me get some references up here. Let's get some references. Let's go to... I don't know why it comes to me, but we go to Kings Island. I'm going to take some real park references here for this park. Hey, Steve, what's up? Why put on money and then say, let me get myself enough money to never worry about it? I want to worry about it at some point, but I want to make sure I have enough funds to build the detail that I want. You know what I mean? I want to build a crazy amount of detail to get started. So I want to make sure I don't run out of money for that. But, like, if we're talking about real parks, you know, $1 million is like $1 in real park talk. So we can just say we started with $1 million. You know, if the park does really bad, then we'll lose a lot of money. So that's a Planet Coaster series where you put coaster types on a wheel and spin it. That's cool. I see. Am I going out tomorrow to look for the new set? I mean, it doesn't come out till Friday, so I can't imagine anything. I mean, some places might get it a day early, but I don't see it happening. Build Falcon's Flight. Someone already built it. I actually found a download, or someone that did the build. Someone did a recreation of it. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, I need a reference of a car. We don't have cars in the game yet. I really wish we had some sort of cars in the game. I think I got blueprints of some here. A little car set. Which costs $6,000. That will give us a little bit of a reference. I mean, they're not the best looking, but they don't need to be super detailed for this because we're not going to be like zoomed in on them that much. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a right there. And we're going to put a car here. I got an idea of what I want to do. I know a lot of people don't want me to build. Probably hate it when I build parking lots, but it's okay. My prediction? I don't really have much of a prediction, honestly. Like, I don't know what they would do. I really don't really have an idea of what they would do, but got it early last time. That's because Phantasmal Flames actually had a pre-release event, and it's a different thing. Apparently, this is a special set where there's nothing coming out early. So there's no real hopes of anything coming out early from what I am basically hearing. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe there'll be some places that have it, but I'm sure stores already have it already, but again, I hope I'm wrong and that some stores have it already. But looks like it's most likely going to be on the release day itself, so what it sounds like. Yeah, link snap. 6,000 for 9 cards is a pretty good deal. Parking lots added to the realism, yeah, that's what I always think too, so that's what we're going with. So we're gonna have an in and an out, basically. And we're gonna have a little bit, we're gonna do curve. Give me a little roundabout. We'll have a drop-off area, basically. Try and round this out a bit, so there's more space for the car to navigate. Made a floorless coaster with hairpin turns, my goodness. I hope your trains were short, then. And the only thing coming out tomorrow or not tomorrow, on the 30th for Ascended Heroes, there's only one product. Everything else has gotten delayed. Like, there's no ETBs. Those are coming out on February 20th. So, like, everything's delayed, so it kind of sucks. In a way. But yeah, we're not getting ETBs, we're not getting booster bundles. The booster bundles don't come till April. ETBs come next month in February, and then the only thing coming out on the 30th is the Tech Sticker Collection, and I'd imagine we'd be able to get single packs as well for Ascended Heroes, so at least I'm hoping. Like, man, it's gonna suck that that's all we're getting. At 10 o'clock makes it a little easier to see. Alright, create custom. Let's go for it. Oh, so you made it using the Wheel of Wonder. Gotcha. So, like, it picked what, like, elements you were doing, I guess? That'd be kind of a fun little challenge. For sure. Alright, do I just want to do, like, a curb? Just like a normal curb, maybe? This resort balcony might actually work pretty well for this. Do like a little curb here. Put it on both sides. Turn off angle snap. Honestly, we can keep that color. I think that's fine. And then let's go ahead and put it on both sides. I'm gonna put some parking spots over here and then some over here. What color is this feel like this color is different. Yeah, it's brown. I knew that was weird. Why does it have it like a brown color? That's weird. Now I gotta color all this. Eh. I thought it was just like the sun or something. Yeah, I made that pretty long, didn't I? It's pretty popular. I think it'd be a pretty fun thing to do on the channel. Sure, let's make this a scenery group. A lot easier for us to select what we want. Why is that not the same? You know what it is? You know what it is? Well, the land's not completely flat. So it's making a weird, like... kind of a weird thing. So if we do this, that should fix it. Hopefully. I'm hoping. So if I place this down, will it be even at the end? Yeah, it is. Okay. This is the darker one, which is fine. Alright, we're going to try and move along here. Now that we got that sorted out. Because I know you don't want to stuck here. We're going to do the fun stuff. That's what we want to do. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you like the stream. Help us against the YouTube algorithm and all that fun jazz. Because I'm pretty sure it's just YouTube getting rid of bots, but to start the year out, I have lost like over 30 subscribers. With like no rhyme or reason. I'm guessing it's just like YouTube getting rid of a lot of dead and inactive accounts. At least I hope so. I haven't gotten like any negative feedback lately, so I just kind of have to assume that I'm just kind of that's what it is, but I've never seen such a drop off in subscribers before on my channel, so for a while I was just like, my gosh, did I do something wrong? I know I've been like playing other things and, you know, doing the other stuff on the channel, but like, did I do something wrong? Well, it's a little bit of a kind of a little bit of concern I have right now, so I'm not just because I just don't know why. But I think again that it's mainly just dead accounts getting deleted. Because every time I come in, I just see more and more, or less and less subscribers, you know? I was about to hit, what was it, 14,700? And now I'm like closer to 14,600 almost. Hey, what's up? The wizard's in the house. Saw that Vertical Construction for Great Adventures new coaster began is to begin in mid-March. That's exciting. That's cool. A lot of people are saying it's going to be called Phantom Spire. Mach Extreme Spinner that like launches. It's like a shuttle coaster going up like 400 some odd feet. Like, which is insane. I know a lot of people probably won't, like, enthusiasts think, yeah, like, that's going to be insane. And then if it does, like, some of the proposed are kind of like a lot of people say it's going to have that really long stall with a launch on it, like an upside-down launch. Like, come on, like, that's insane. If that's what ends up happening. I don't understand why people could be upset, because I know people are gonna, it's all the King Decoff fans, probably. They're just like, ugh. replacing my King Dakar with this. Like, no replacement would have been worthy. For the King Dakar fans. And I feel for him, you know, like I never got to ride it, and I'm really sad I never got to ride it before it bit the dust, you know. But I am glad I got to do the original Top Thrill Dragster, so I'd imagine the ride experience would be fairly similar, just with an over-the-shoulder restraint and with that extra airtime hill, you know. Obviously, there's a slight height difference, but it wasn't. I don't think the height difference you would have noticed it that much, if at all, really, because they're such a similar ride experience. But I really want to do Top Thrill 2. Still haven't got out to Cedar Point since 2018. I'm way overdue for a Cedar Point trip. I'm overdue for a trip in general. Let's be honest. It's been almost a year and a half, getting close to a year and a half since my my last trip. Like any trip that I've taken, so. Just kind of sad. Alright, what kind of trees should we put in here? These poplar trees always make sense. Very decorative. Make them look a little random. Rotating them. Not having precise placement of them, you know. Only been to SDC and Six Flags St. Louis. No other parks. I don't really travel. Like, I used to travel quite a bit. I used to go to a lot of parks and such, but I just really haven't in a long time. I haven't really been able to afford it, and I think that's my main thing is just affordability. It's just been tough, you know. It's been tough to really be able to afford to go anywhere. Just everything's gotten so expensive, and you know, you gotta pay bills before you can do anything else, and just really haven't gotten the chance to do much of anything else, so. 450-foot crane will be on the site. Oh, wow. It's crazy. Phantom Spire could be anywhere between 370 and 420. I feel like it's gotta cross the 400-foot barrier, right? You'd think. I feel like everyone would be upset if it's not taller or just as tall as King Dakar was. Because it's got to be big in order to be the replacement of that ride, so. It's not allowed to be small. Even if it was like a much better ride, it's not allowed to be small. I guarantee it. Balcony. Need the short piece, the small piece. Code was 6 years ago. And it's still technically around today, but glad we're. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting time in history, wasn't it? Not exactly fun, but I still remember just being like at home for so many days, for months, just trying to keep myself entertained, you know? Not really able to go out and do stuff, and everything was closed, so the only thing that was open was like essential stores and such, so the time I'd get out is to go grocery shopping or stuff. Crazy days, man, crazy days. Finally getting the call to go back to work, and boy was it an awful season to work. That's for sure. And the day where they kind of got everything back to normal, I was so happy. It's like, thank goodness we can operate normally again. Like, hallelujah. Alright, I'm gonna try and copy this to the other side so we don't have to do it again. It's a lot easier. It should be the same size, so it should fit on the other side once we get there. I'm gonna try and not take up too much time here. And once we get to the actual parking lot, I'm gonna try and just do a lot of copying and pasting. I still want everything to look fantastic and detailed, but I prioritize most of that detail inside the park. And honestly not try and take up too much space here. Alright, where are we at? Over here. Are we almost to the other side? We're a little past halfway. The middle part, so this is a much bigger turn, so curve. And the last one. That's the thing about when you do curves like this instead of straight edges. When you do straight edges, it's a lot quicker, you know? But when you do like these nice looking curves and such, it's kind of like you gotta go like small piece by pieces just to get it looking really nice. I'm trying to keep the game paused because I do want to go day by day. Okay, we're almost there. Now I'm just gonna directly copy it to the other side, and then we'll use everything to line it up. Maybe one more here. Go. Alright, we're gonna take all these. Actually looks weird looking. Not gonna lie. That's not like completely straightened, that's weird. We're just gonna go freeform. Yeah, it's not gonna fit. Like, why? Now, something we could do is take this and then just swap our colors. Actually, no. Hold on. Alright, so take this. Dark on top. Light on bottom. So dark on top, light on bottom. Switch the colors around, and we'll just flip it over to the other side like this. That way it should, in theory, be the same. Just gotta get the height right. Turn off angle snap because it's gonna be wonky. After you put another piece there, that's fine. Not the same color? I'm so confused of why that's backwards. It is different on both sides. No! Okay, it looks like we're not going to be able to do that. That is sad. I'm sad now. Interested in the new coaster that could potentially be going to Fiesta, Texas. I don't even know anymore. I hardly follow this stuff anymore, man. If I'm gonna be honest. really don't follow theme park news like I used to. I'm pretty much in the dark unless I just see it scrolling through social media or something. About the only time I ever really see anything anymore. I don't actively like look for stuff much anymore like I used to. I am always interested in Silver Dollar City stuff though, of course. We got a lot of stuff going on this season that will probably be reported on a lot, so. What could it be? Been under construction since last off-season. Silver Dollar City always takes so much time, extra time for their construction projects. Like they always start like 2 years before it opens too. Like Time Traveler, when it was starting to be built, they started in 2016 or the 2018 ride, you know. That's when they started. Fire in the Hole started in like, see, it opened in 2024. They started in like 2022. You know, they do these things very, very early on. And it allows them to, I mean, SDC's always been really good at getting their rides open on time, so. The only one that kind of wasn't open on time was Mystic River Falls, but it opened up by summer, or like right before the summer. So, which I think was their main goal. And remember, it was during COVID, so they definitely, like, I was impressed that they got it open that quick. Even though it probably wasn't ready to open, like, it's just, you know. New mock something just because of how the footers look. No expert in coasters, though. It's just insane to me that people like, oh, I can tell just based off the footers of what this is. Like, footers are footers, like, what? No, I think you get more of a clue once you start seeing supports and track. Like, that's when I'd imagine we'll start to see track pretty soon out there. Supports and track pretty soon, hopefully, maybe. Maybe by time a little after the season gets started. That's my prediction, I don't know. I imagine we'll start seeing something. I'm curious of what color it's gonna be. SDC usually likes to go with more natural colors, nothing bright or vibrant. So, very curious. Maybe we'll just go with like a plain black track, but I don't know if that's too boring, but Mock was the only one that did those exact kind of footers. It's a footer. It's a slab of concrete in the ground. What do you mean those kind of footers? I don't know. They must see, those are the people that really, like, kudos to them. I mean, they really do their research on, like, oh, this is exactly what this company uses for their footers, you know? I mean, if they want to put that much time and effort in figuring stuff out, I mean, and go for it. You know? I'm more than welcome to. Alright, let's start making a lot here. What is that? What am I looking at? Curious of what the theme will be. You never know with Silver Dollar City. They come up with some interesting storylines, so. I'm sure it will be fantastic, whatever it is. Sometimes I forget that we can do stuff like this. Like, this is saves so much time. Because, like, Can't remember the... Can't imagine me actually doing something like this to save time. Me actually thinking around here. Alright, for sure this side is only going to have this amount. Then we'll start getting some parking lot lines, and then basically it's just copy and paste at that point for that kind of stuff. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to go much further than this. Honestly, we might just start off with this, and then if we want to expand our parking lot, kind of go with that kind of storyline. Maybe we have like some storylines going on here. Maybe we have some storylines of some sorts. All right, so let's go ahead and finish with that, and then we're gonna make we're gonna place grab a car for reference, and we're gonna use it to figure out how big our lines should be here. I'll leave a little bit of space. You can see I messed this up. I was trying to fix that, but I went too far. No. That needs to be covered. And looks like we're good there now, so cool. Let's get on with the show. Can you say parking? Alright, we're gonna make this its own piece as well. Our own, did I put that in that build? What? I don't remember doing that. When did I do that? Alright, and then we can just take this. This is why I wanted it to be by itself. And then for some reason, that comes up with a advanced move with that, which makes no sense, but, you know, sometimes you just roll with it, and then once you select enough, yeah, that's going to get annoying. When you select enough, it finally goes normal. Yeah, we're gonna make this its own thing, or its own building, or its own scenery group, because I don't want to keep having to deselect those. What are we doing today? We're just messing around, creating stuff, you know? I just felt like building a park with like some management, so like I don't know, like I'm not guaranteed this to be. I never like to guarantee stuff as a actual full-on series, or there could be potential I never come back to this. I just messing around, you know. Can I select it, please? Thank you. It's always the hard part, especially when it's a really big... Oh, I had it, but when I let go, it moved again. Right there, and then just move it up a little bit. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but I do want it to at least look somewhat good, so. It's good enough. We'll just say it's good enough. That was over $300. I'm in this building. Why is this a different oh, I made it a different scenery group, apparently. Just copied the scenery group, that's what happened. It's fine. Everything's totally fine. Alright, and then we can just have parking spaces directly right next to the road. Because again, we're starting off as a small park, right? So we shouldn't need that crazy big of a parking lot. In theory. I would imagine, so. But hey, it's just a theory. But after we get this real quick, we can start on the entrance. Shouldn't take too much longer here. We should just have to figure out the logistics of this, like make sure it makes sense on how this works. So we'll have a little bit of a road here that can do its thing. Like you pull in here, and that's how that would go. Alright, go ahead and copy this over here. Edit scenery group, delete the extras. Beautiful. Gotta love copy and paste. These curbs, copy them over. These curbs, copy and paste. It's in a fun spot to just be tucked away between two coasters in the plunge. Oh yeah, and also can... Another new thing SDC does be adding more theme stuff around Fire in the Hole. Yeah, I wish. Hopefully they do something with the plaza and continue to add on to it. Like they did, it looks better than what it has in years past, but I feel like that it's still lacking. It still feels like it still just feels like it still feels like a backstage area. I mean, because that's what it was for so many years. It was just a parking lot, an employee parking lot. Is what it was. That's what it's been. Alright, this parking lot is looking pretty good. Let's just get this non-fun stuff out of the way real quick. Get it done with. That's the curbs here. I really don't want to have to put the curbs here, but it looks so naked without them, so we're gonna have to do something here. What about the Firefire Graveyard? Yeah, they should have done that with the... There's a perfect spot they could have done that. Like the memorial, Fireman's Cemetery. That's what it was, the cemetery. Hey, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Zesty Carrots. Love the name. Zesty Carrots. Alright, we'll get through this. We'll have to do it to the other side too, which sucks, but... But then we'll pretty much be done at that point. We might add some lights, lightage. Make it look real nice. Nice and spicy, look great. Then we'll get into the meaty stuff. I'm using Kings Island kind of as like my just general reference. Like I'm not really copying it, but like I just always remember their parking lot. It's just big, open, and this is kind of like a very small mini version of it. And then they just kind of have like a nice thing in the middle between the roads. What kind of style theme park? It's kind of undecided yet, you know. I haven't really decided. This is gonna be called Fantastic Hills, so I kind of maybe want to implement some terrain into it a little bit. I feel like all of my own custom parks have been pretty flat. The only time I'm not flat is when I'm working on the Silver Dollar City recreation. I have to, you know, that takes up a lot of terrain work, so. But I think it'd be fun to kind of do like my own custom thing that utilizes more terrain work, maybe? I don't know. Well, we called it Fantastic Hills, so we gotta have some sort of hills. Maybe, you know? But we're gonna start off like just very basic. We might have like a little main street with like some fountains. Maybe make a little fountain show. That'd be cool. And basically have humble beginnings for a park. You know, like it's not gonna be big. It might not even have any rides to start out, but SDC, but JLW Entertainment Park. My idea is to maybe make something for previously called Wendleverse, but Planet Universe, my Discord server that we're trying to hopefully get rebuilt at some point soon, and we've been doing some bot testing and want to get it back up and running again, you know, so got some ideas and we kind of want to execute them soon, so that's why we, if you're part of the Planet Universe server, notice we have been testing stuff with the bot and such, so we're basically going to simplify it, make it really easy for anyone to use, and it's going to be really cool, hopefully, and hopefully pretty easy to function. I think of terrain parks, I think of Dollywood. Yeah, Dollywood goes in that category a little bit as well, but Silver Dollar City is like one of the ultimate terrain parks. Park's literally built on a huge hill. Like legit, if you're looking for the front of the park is on the top of the hill, the back of the park is at the bottom of the hill. Alright, we're going to stop about right there because we're going to connect this to the park entrance. I think we're going to do like a little walkway. So basically you have the parking lot right here. We'll do like a little walkway, kind of leads you to the actual entrance area. And then like we could put some like ticket booths and ticket stands maybe around right there as well. So that'll be cool. What year is the former Wendleverse starting in? So Planet Universe is going to start in modern time. We're going to do modern time. I know a lot of people, there's some people that didn't like that decision, but trust me, it's going to make a lot of sense, and it makes the server a lot more functional. I still very much encourage everyone to create history with their parks and have that history in mind. So like, I'm not saying everyone's park has to start in modern time. Like your park can be around for many, many years. I still want the parks to have history to them. But like, we're going to be switching to real time. So like, we'll be like, right now it's January 2026. It will be January 2026 in the server. So like, it's just modern times, so. But again, I don't want that to mean like there won't be any history, but I haven't really revealed much of what we've been working on, so. We haven't been working on too much. We just had been in the early discussions of what we want to do. It's been sitting vacant for so long. We've had a lot of people leave the server, which is understandable. But we're going to have, like, I want to do, like, a really cool relaunch, so. I know Hershen owns both Dollywood and SDC, so I assume they're similar. They are very similar, because Dollywood used to be Silver Dollar City, Tennessee for a while. Before it was Dollywood, it was actually known as Silver Dollar City, Tennessee. Was the name of the park. And then they partnered with Dolly Parton, and it became Dollywood. So, gives me some flexibility in rides. Absolutely, like, I definitely encourage you to, like, get your park going. That you want to have part of the server. So, like, now's definitely a good time to start building your parks and getting them ready for the server. 1 park, 2 parks, whatever. You know, whatever you want to do. And, the project is just so ambitious, but, like, if we can get it going, it's gonna be so cool, you know? It's just, like, it's just a lot of trial and error, and the first time didn't work out for us, and we couldn't really accomplish what we wanted to accomplish, unfortunately, and it just kind of fell flat, and was very inactive because of that, so... They have their own Fire in the Hole and Blazing Fury. Yeah, I think it used to be called Fire in the Hole when it was Silver Dollar City, so... Blazing Fury is pretty cool. I really like Blazing Fury, and it's like... It's kind of the in-between, if that makes sense, of the original old Fire in the Hole and the current new one, because, like, it was built later than the older one, than the original. So it's a little bit more modern. Not modern, but, like, it's still old, but it doesn't have the splashdown. It used to have the splashdown, but they were having issues with that splashdown, so they removed the splashdown. Now it's just every time I ride Blazing Fury, I always expect it to have the splashdown at the end, like Fire in the Hole, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, there's no water on this. It just kind of like kills the momentum a little bit. It's definitely smoother than the original Fire in the Hole. But yeah, it was it used to be an original Fire in the Hole, and it has the exact same layout. The layout is exactly the same. So it has the same ride course, the same 3 drops and everything, so which is pretty cool. Can't wait to see the full layout of Orlando's version of Hollywood Drift, even if it's been Ghostbusters or Back to the Future. Should have been one of those two, yeah. I think I would have preferred those themes more than Fast and Furious. I haven't seen, I've seen some of the Fast and Furious movies, but I'm like, they're fun, they're cool, but, like, I'm not the biggest fan of them, you know? I think the other IPs would have worked a lot better, like Ghostbusters or Back to the Future would have been a much better theme. I feel like those are just more well-known, and I think marketing-wise, those would have been easier to market. I know the Fast and Furious movies are very popular, but, like, I don't know, just some of those classic, you know, those are classic movies, you know, Back to the Future's, Ghostbusters, like, those are just classics, man. You know, and there's a reason why Supercharged doesn't work. I think part of it's the IP, and then part of it's just, you know, it just kind of was, that ride ended up being a little dull, you know? But it will still be a really cool ride, though. I mean, like, with the rotating cars and such, we'll get our first taste of what it's going to be kind of like over in Hollywood, in California, and Universal Hollywood. Like, I'm excited, definitely to try it. I'll probably ride the Florida version first. I've never been to the Universal in California yet. I've driven past it, but I really wanted to go to it when I was out there, but we just didn't have it in the budget, like we were already visiting other places, and I don't even know if did we visit a park out there? Yeah, we did. I went to Magic Mountain. And I just didn't really have time to fit it in our trip. We almost did, I think. I think we almost, we thought about still going out there and trying making time for it, but I think Florida, the Florida location, Orlando, Universal Orlando is much better than the California from what I'm aware of. I mean, they got a lot more investment over there. And the rides are just kind of a little bit more superior. Like, they got Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, and all that stuff. Incredible Hulk. But it's pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're up to over 20 viewers, guys. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys are not subscribed and you like Planet Coaster 2 content, be sure to consider subscribing, because we do a lot of fun Planet Coaster 2 stuff. I do all this stuff as well, but Planet Coaster is definitely the main focus of this channel. And yeah, we do Silver Dollar City recreation. We also have a big project that, speaking of Universal, I have like a big Universal Studios inspired park that I've been working on, and we're actually been working on the first themed land, which is it's heavily inspired by Epic Universe. So we're working on a Viking themed land that is obviously heavily inspired by the Isle of Berk. Never been to Epic Universe yet. I really hope to get out there someday. I really had high hopes that I could go this off season, but I had no way to afford it, so things have been really tight financially lately, so I've just been trying to hang in there and get through the off season, get back to work, you know. I've been filing unemployment, trying to pay the bills and struggling to pay the bills, having to pull from my savings account. But that's okay. I know I have it a lot better than most, so I'm still very grateful for what I have and the situation I'm in, so. But, you know, it happens. I'll get through it. I'll get through this, you know, I always survive. Always do. You know, the channel's kind of like an all-time low right now. We've been losing subscribers, I think, from inactive channels, I think. But we just haven't been able to gain enough subscribers to start gaining again. So hopefully we can push those back through, so. But also, to work against that YouTube algorithm, guys, make sure you're liking the stream as well. We need to make sure we like the stream. If you're enjoying it. I mean, if you're not enjoying it, you can dislike it, of course. But if you enjoy being here, guys, make sure you hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. Maybe we can attract more viewers in here to go, hey, that has a few likes. I should go watch it, you know? Alright, we're almost done. We're almost done. I know this is the fun, tedious stuff. And then we can finally get into, like, some park entrances. Alright. Thank goodness. It looks so good, though. Like, I don't know why I haven't used that piece more for parking lots and such. Actually looks pretty good. We haven't even used $10,000 yet. Give ourselves $1 million budget to build this park, so. Alright, let's go ahead and let's get a different... I like using this one. See if I can get it to snap to this. Why aren't you snapping? That's rotation snap. Maybe it just doesn't want to. Maybe see, sometimes it's infuriating because it doesn't always want to snap. Oh, snap. It doesn't want to snap. Like, what are we doing here? Come on, just snap to it. Fine, I'll do it myself. It's very dark, but I kind of like it. Let's turn merge off so I can place that down. So again, we're going to do kind of like a little bit of a walkway that's going to lead up to the main entrance. Speaking of Universal, I do plan on building a B&M Mini Hyper similar to Hollywood Dream at Universal Studios Japan. I actually don't know the rides very well at the Japan location. Should look some of that up because I actually don't know that park very well, so. Alright, let's get ourselves a nice little entrance area here. So a little bit of an open area. We'll put like a, I don't know, like a little sign or a little opening right there in the middle. There we go. That looks nice. And let's go ahead and round out this corner. At least as best as we can. Because over here, we're going to have, like, ticket booths and such, and then we'll have the entrance right here to kind of get started. We might do a little bit of a main street of some sort and get started from there, so. Okay, so we have our ticket booths that we're going to reposition over here. I'm just going to move these over here for now. This isn't going to be a final placement or anything. We just need to move them around, kind of. I'll just leave those there for now. Gosh, what is it? What are we doing? Okay. So we do have our guest spawners and these buses, so I need to figure out what I want to do with that. I just thought about something. I probably need to make, like, a walkway from these. Just join. Hey, what's up, Jask? How's it going? What are we working on? We're just making a park from scratch. Why not? I don't even actually know what I'm doing right now. We're just kind of playing. You know what I'm saying? We're just kind of playing right now. There's no like big plans here. There's just gonna be building. All right, so this is gonna be our new plan. We're gonna create some walkways. That looks nice. From each parking lot. That just kind of connect with that walkway. And it looks very nice. I need to edit the building, then push up. Push. Alright, same with over here. Delete that and push this way. Push this one up. And then we would probably do some like little car barriers here so cars can't just drive onto the road. Because that would be a smart thing for us to do. I hate to do more curbs, but like we're just gonna have to do it. Maybe I can get away with putting a few bigger ones here. Maybe not. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Well, let's just do... I really do like this piece a lot. I feel like you can use it for so many things, like curbs and such like that. It's just amazing, right? And they look really good, especially for like utilizing them for like the parking lots and such. I turned that way too hard. Other one won't be as much. We're just got to do this one curve with these smaller pieces, and then we'll be golden. Be golden. We'll be good. We'll be good to go. You know what I'm saying? We'll be good to go. Let's see if we can get... I'd love to see this stream get up to, like, quite a few hundred viewers. Like, not at a time. Like, that's not going to happen. But, like, total views. We're at 119 views right now. So far. So I'd like to see us get up to quite a few views all together. That'd be awesome. Appreciate you guys being here. You guys are lovely and you guys are amazing. I just I know I have not been the most consistent content creator out there. I've been at times where I slack off. I have times where I don't do much. At times where the channel just goes dead silent for like months sometimes, you know? I really wanted to have a strong off season though, to where I can really focus on the channel. And I feel like I've done okay at that. I've been pushing out content pretty often. Like we've been streaming not every day, but I think I had like a 5 or 6 day stretch where I didn't stream for a little bit. So, but I was still putting out videos every few days. So I was like still staying active, you know. But I really want to keep the streams going because I know you guys probably enjoy the streams. You guys love interacting with me, and hopefully, at least I hope you do. And I love it interacting with you guys and getting your honest, you know, your live feedback, everything like that. It's fantastic. I just appreciate it. I have a lot of fun doing this, so. I'm just so much happier that I'm not sick anymore, because like I think that was the big deal, is I was just sick for so long, and it was tough to really do any content because I just felt like poop all the time. So, and my mental state was really bad at that time, just because, you know, I felt like I couldn't really do anything. You know, I wanted to make a lot of videos often, but like, you know, I was just constantly coughing, and it took me to so long, and I had quite a bit of extra editing to like edit out like a ton of coughing and stuff, and sometimes I didn't catch all of them, and sometimes it was loud and obnoxious, and I'm sure it was unfun to watch. But I'm glad that it's finally gone and I can actually focus on doing stuff again. It's been great to be back. I'm back at it, and I'm hoping to keep the same energy going once the season starts back up. At least I hope so. Keep the energy high and keep it going. See if we can cheat a little bit on the outside here. It's not cheating, I make the rules, okay? The inside's a little more noticeable because it's a tighter curve, not as tight on the outside, so we can get away with some of these bigger ones. Honestly, we might be able to go the whole way. Let's go. Yeah, we're going all the way to the house. Alright. There we go. Okay, we just need to do this path real quick. Do a few other things. We'll be good to go. Let's just double it up here. Double or nothing. Boom. Do 4 at a time. 6 at a time. Almost lined up perfectly. Right on the edge there. Honestly, we can probably just like... So what we're gonna do, we're gonna delete that. Gonna go with a new shape here. Make that tight turn. Is this Silver Dollar City? No, it's not. This is just a park that I just started out of nowhere. No rhyme or reason. Just, you know, we're just chilling here. We're gonna chill, have a good time, have a good stream, and just build something. You know, build a park. Nothing really, you know. I don't know why I want to add these to make it look like drains. That's right. We're going with some detail here. We're detailing this sucker up because we can. Like, you'll notice like places that have, not even just theme parks, but like little drains like that in general. So yeah, we're going detail. What else can we do? I want to make like a line here of some sort. We just do a white. It's like this, maybe. For the road. One for the road. That doesn't line up very good, so we're just going to select them all and rotate until it does. Guess I can move the vent slightly if I need to. You don't have to stay in that spot. Of course, I can't even select them, so there's that. It's not letting me select them very well. Hate it when it's really tough to select stuff. They're not even like registering. Like I'm trying to. Are they part of a scenery group? I'll be darned. Are they? Oh, okay. It's selected. I just don't see the highlight. They just don't highlight very well, so I didn't realize they were selected. Come on, I don't wanna. That's fine. We'll cover it up. Sorry, I just see these open spots and I'm just like, I gotta fill them up with something, you know. Can't leave these fields open. We gotta put something in here. Gotta do something. Anyways. On medians, you could raise the terrain a bit. Yeah, I've seen. That's a good point, actually. Let's do that kind of around here. I was waiting a little bit until we got a little bit further along, but yeah, you can actually raise these a little bit, kind of like that, and just go woo. I don't know what that sound was that I made, but it's pretty cringeworthy. But we can raise this up a little bit, and it kind of gives that sense, you know. Is that not lined up? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Raise that up a bit. Push this around. We'll smooth it out, don't worry. Grab that smooth tool. Smooth out the edges here. And that will be nice. Smooth out the edges here too. Because you see that a lot. You'll see like the terrain kind of raised in these kind of places sometimes. And it actually looks quite nice when, because it gives you more, like it doesn't feel, makes it to where not everything feels super crazy flat. Which is nice. That gives you a sense of, you know, this area has more to it. And, you know, there's actually, it's not just flat and boring, it's actually got some depth to it. That's the word I was looking for, depth. Got that little bit of sense of depth to it. Yeah. Alright, now we'll do some foliage. Oh, what do we want to start off with? I mean, we could put some, like, flowers in. Flowers are nice. I always like the random chaos foliage, just random bits everywhere. Like, no, like, pattern or anything. It's just kind of random everywhere, you know? That's kind of what I always like to do. Because I think it just adds some nice nature. It just feels more naturey if it's more random and unique. You know, so that's what I like to do most of the time. And it makes it easier that I'm not stressing over, you know, making everything look perfect. Go into the flower section too. We can really make this look pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And we can utilize that scaling tool. Use it as our advantage. Yeah, just kind of use a lot of randomness here. Random bushes and foliage. Great. Bit of terrain variation, yeah. I feel like a lot of people fall into that where they just place the same tree everywhere. I've seen some of the best, you know, builders out there do it too, and they just place the same trees over and over and over everywhere, and it's just way too repetitive, and it doesn't look natural. Like, so I always try to do my best to do some like more unique stuff. Like if I'm doing like a decorative stuff like this, like yeah, I'm gonna use the same tree right here. That's different. But like I'm talking to like when you're actually doing like regular foliage and around your areas, you know, where it's just like woodsy areas. Like a lot of people just throw in the exact same tree everywhere, and it's just like, no, use different trees. You utilize some different trees, you know. That tree in the center there. We're gonna use that tree in the center. Let's find some. We're gonna put lots of flowers in the center here. On the turnaround spot. Looks beautiful. How long have we been live? We've been live for over an hour already. Jeez. Over an hour, I still haven't gotten anywhere. That's about usual, right? Well, we haven't even gotten in the park yet, so that's about on point, though. I'm really trying to move fast, though. Like I really am, but like at the same time, I do want to. I'm just like, oh, I need to add that. Oh, I need to do that. I need to make this look good, you know. Kind of get caught up in it sometimes, you know. Like, that looks great, you know. We spent time on it, and it looks great. But we gotta get stuff done at the same time, you know. Want some more detail? You can also take the moss decal and color it brown to make it look like a spot of dirt. Oh yeah, I can. That is you're right, there is some moss, like this moss here, and this is huge. You can make it look like anything, like just by changing the color. You can really utilize this as different stuff. Yeah, you do like a brown, make it look more. That is some like good detail right there. Like, it looks nice. It literally just looks like dirt. Like it's a moss, but man, that you can use that for so many things. You really can. It's incredible. So, all right. I was actually gonna go and here and delete. You bring up a good point with that, though. Alright, we're gonna delete all this path. Sorry, guests. And we're gonna take our guest spawner. I don't know if it'll fit this bus. I don't think that bus can make that turn, realistically speaking. I don't think it could. For our guest spawner here, but you know. I'm actually gonna go ahead and delete. I'm thinking about deleting these two and just leaving just the one, because obviously it's all we can fit on our road. And those guys will probably disappear in a sec. Yep, there we go. Goodbye. Beautiful. Alright, so we might go ahead and make some... I really want to make a ticket booth. Like a nice ticket booth. Building, let's see if we can get a good view of... Let's see what they got here. I'm really trying to find some like good references or like some building references of some sort that would work really well for us. Or we could also utilize the Frontier Workshop and see what we could find. For this kind of park, I don't mind using this Frontier Workshop, you know? Maybe find like something that looks really nice for like basic buildings, you know, and just don't spend a crap ton of time on, you know, like on that kind of stuff, you know, like ticket booth. I'm getting sidetracked. That looks really cool, whatever that is. I don't know what it is, but guys are Gusher, apparently. Alright, publication date. We're going to go by rating and try and find something good. This is really good, cool changing rooms. But that's not what we're looking for. Look at the starter map. I should have just done a starter map. I already had a booth. So we have like this really cool like vintage ticket kiosks. That could be something we could do. Since this is going to be a smaller park, we could do something small like that. That's an idea. Look at this Surf Buggy's flat ride. That's actually kind of cool. I love that people make like their own custom like little flat rides too. That's nice. Alright, I like this ticket booth, but what about these, what did they use for those? I'm curious. I don't know if it's part of that blueprint, but the little car stopper things. I'm actually not surprised of what I'm finding here, so... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I pushed the wrong button again. I meant to go... Yeah, we're gonna go here. Type in tickets. I forgot I already had this ticket building. This one's also really good. Could go well. This one actually has the real stalls in it, too. Which is important, so... I need to figure out about where that would be, though. Check out this guy named Will for flat rides. He has 7 to 8, and they're all incredible. Guy named Will. Is his name this guy named Will, or is like is that actually his name? I'm just curious what his... I can look him up a little bit. Like, what's his name in the Frontier Workshop? Also has some other things like Hyper GTX trains. I'm all open to utilizing a lot of blueprints here. And I wish this could snap to some pathways, though. Because I don't know where... Here's where we're going to replace it. And I'm going to find... Can I snap a path to it? Nope. I cannot. Of course I can't. Why would I be able to? We'll get it to work. Well, we're just gonna have to figure out. His username is... Yeah, just post a share code and I'll go from there. That'd be great. Share code would be fantastic. I don't really need a scale. I already know that. The statues. I know you can use that as scale. I just need to know where the bottom of the thing is so they connect to the paths properly. That's all I need. I don't really care about scale. I just need to know where the bottom of the building is so I place it down properly. There's no guide, unfortunately. Wanted to see roughly where it sits on here. Because, like, there's actual booths in there, and I want to make sure they're functional. Alright, so those are the GTX trains. Let's see if I can actually get the share code to actually work. There we go. Wow, those are cool. Oh, so his actual name is Will, yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I have seen the... I did see this on the workshop a few times. Intamin LSM Family Coaster. He's got great stuff. Very professional looking, too. SNS Triple Launch. Struggling to load stuff, though. And I can't exit out of it. Are we stuck? Uh-oh. Get me out! Uh-oh. It's not loading and we're stuck. Because it won't load a photo. Oh no. I've never had this happen before like this. Do I have to exit the game? Like, I can't get this to do anything. Or should we wait it out? I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should wait this out or not. It won't let me exit. What the heck? Ah, poop. Gotta go. Hey, no problem. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. Appreciate you checking us out and being here. Appreciate all of you guys for being here. You guys are fantastic. I don't think this is gonna load. We might have to cut the game. I have never seen this happen before. Might actually have to exit the game here. Alright, hold on. Thank goodness for autosave, because I didn't do one manual save whatsoever. I've never had that happen. Haven't been very talkative today, but you're still here. Well, good to hear. Good to hear from you again. Glad you're still here, Noah. All right, we're just gonna restart the game. I think our last autosave should have been soon enough where we shouldn't have lost anything, really. So, because I was messing with that for at least a few minutes. So, so the autosave should have been recently. This is probably faster anyways. There we go. Yeah, we didn't lose anything. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Good for goodness sake. Alright. Let's just go back to ticket booths. Yeah, I've never gotten stuck in a menu like that for roughly around right here. We're just gonna put those right around there. Now these are the booths that like don't really have a connection. They're just kind of like the naked booths, and the way those work is you basically have just build around them and they just kind of work. You just need to be connected to pathing, basically. They just need to be under a path. What we'll do is we'll fill all that in. Fill some of this in. I don't know if I should fill all this. I kind of want to... Should we fill that in? That's fine. Alright, and then that should be... If we open this up, I don't know if automatically if it's set to automatically higher. That's the glass. Select these booths a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. I'm trying to select the booths. They don't have any power. That's what it is. I forgot that we have to worry about power. I forgot that we made that a thing. Alright, so we gotta do facilities. I forgot we wanted to be realistic here. Alright, so if you don't know, you actually get power from your park entrances, and it's actually a better idea sometimes to just have those, so... because they're actually a little bit more cost efficient. Use those instead. How'd these people get over here so quick? That's weird. Put one in the middle. Yeah, we'll just stick with the 3 right there. So we'll make sure those are in place. And we can do like a little employee backstage area over here that will have our power distributor. Potentially, so let's do a little, I think I already have some blueprints, but let's take a look at a staff building. Restroom and staff room. See, that's a little cute building that we could actually like just attach to our path here. It's also a restroom and it's also a staff room, so it kind of doubles up as that, which is always nice. This is a staff room and workshop. I'm gonna stick with this one. We can snap it to the path so it will work really nice there. And then my thought process is we'll edit building and add a power generator to it. Or power distributor, rather. This is also a nice little blueprint that we can use here. We're going to put it back behind. We can actually add it to the scenery group. Snap around here. Let's turn down our grid size. We're just going to add it to that. So that's our power distributor. Should hopefully reach everything here. So we'll go to facilities and add a cable here from this. Please connect. There you go. And that will give us power around that area. So that gives us power there. Now Now we have power to these. I need to see if I can actually... Friends, we need shops. Guest service counters. I just need to actually get these open up because they're kind of... I hope these are working. I hope so. We can open them all right there, and it automatically hires our employees there, which is fantastic for us. And you can see we have a nice little start here, and I think we're just gonna stick to the just using like some blueprints here. What is this? A sci-fi fountain? Okay. Hopefully the workshop does not kill us again here. It might. Oh gosh. It might. I should have saved. I should have saved first. I don't know how long it's been since the last autosave. Or if it has autosave since we've been in here. Probably would have lost the, at least the power stuff. My gosh, I think the Frontier Workshop's like... Alright, I'm gonna, before I do that, let's just get a save in here real quick. Actually get a file save here as Fantastic Kills there before we go into it, so... Okay, for some reason it wasn't connected to the workshop, so at the moment, but now we're back here. And, let's see what fountains we can find. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? And we're gonna go by rating. Ooh, I love this fountain centerpiece. That's beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to that. Even if we don't use it, it looks fantastic. Hopefully it's not too big, but we can make it work. Oh, look at that! This is so cool. I'm just subscribing to the stuff that I like too. Like, oh, I might use that sometime. Oh look, we got a little drinking fountain. People are so creative, man. All right, now. I might do the same for the entrance as well, potentially. And then I might find some Main Street buildings that I like also. Man, the workshop is not doing good. There we go. It was on page 3 for some reason. That's a cool fantasy entrance. We need something simple, though. That's pretty cool. Isle of Discovery theme park. I like that entrance. Got that entrance right there too. That is a very nice classic entrance. I just want to see what we have here. Unfinished terrain starter. That looks very good. Like, look, they got guardrails and everything. Alright, we're on sorted by rating right now, so... That's a starter park map. Maybe I should have just done that. Started with a starter park map. Stick Shores, that is a cool entrance. I'm looking for something small, simple, classic. Is kind of the vibe we're gonna do. Bring back Time City. There's Hyperia. I don't know why that... No. Did it get rid of my, text there? Can't tell. But... Maybe not. I thought it did. I guess it just disappears once you click save. Or search, rather. Maybe park entrance. That's cool. I figured it'd be easier to find, like, just simple entrances. I guess people just haven't made many simple entrances. I mean, there's a few on here, but a lot of them are very grand, and we're not going for that kind of vibe. We're going for kind of a classic simple entrance, like something like this. This is a good contender, because it's not too crazy. But, like, I love, like, the Europa Park. That's cool. But, like, I need something. Hey, there's Silver Dollar City. My own creation popped up. Ooh. World of Benny's theme park. That actually looks really nice. I might have to check that out later. Iron Barbecue. Ooh, Victorian entrance. This is what I'm kind of looking for. Now, it might place down as all of this, but we might just utilize some of the buildings. Like, it looks like it has a ticket booth and such like that. Let's see what we can do here. Blueprints. Give me the Victorian entrance. There we are. This is very expensive. Probably, yeah, $23,000, but we should be getting some of it back. Because I just want to use bits and pieces of this. Maybe, I might use this whole thing. Alright, so this is the front gate right there. And then it kind of goes in like this. Oh, that piece of path actually would fit in perfect. We line it up right there. That's pretty great. Isn't that awesome? Alright, I'm actually going to get rid of these entrance pieces, and I know that gets rid of our power, but that's okay. Because we're going to connect this with our path perfectly right here. And then we're going to utilize this entrance. Look at that. And that should power everything, except for right there. Might have to add another distributor for whatever those are. Those restrooms, I think. But look at this entrance. That's so cool. It's very wide open as well. We might add a little bit to it. I also want to do the fountain. We have tickets there. We also have a little... I kind of like this ticket booth also still being here as well. So you have your main ticket booths here, and then we can also have these over here also as well. Alright, let's take a look at that fountain, or like the centerpiece here. Beautifully. It's beautiful. We can actually snap this to our path. I want to snap it like this. Beautiful. That, like... perfect. It's just perfect. Isn't that great? I love that it just fit in there perfectly. And that's a beautiful tree right there too. See how much you can speed things up just by using blueprints and such? Like I'm still trying to get precise, some good placement of everything here. And you gotta also, the challenges, make everything fit together. Also, as well, it can also be the challenge. I'm curious. I just want to look on the workshop and see if there's something here. What if we type like a sidewalk? And if this doesn't exist, I kind of want to make my own. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, you just have a path piece that has a fence with it. Oh, look at these, like, road pieces. That's so cool. That's so clever. I love that someone made, like, little road pieces and such. It's actually really smart. Road and sidewalk, path only. So I was thinking, like, you could only use on straight sections that I'm thinking of, but I was just curious. Let's actually type, I want to see some custom fences. I'm, like, just intrigued by using, like, this has turned into kind of, like, utilizing, like, a Frontier Workshop, like, build, where it just uses, like, a ton of workshop items. I like the idea of that. This is a nice fence. Very simple, but, like, very, like, a very generic, beautiful theme park fence. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Might use that one. I'm just seeing if there's any... Just gonna browse through, see if there's anything better here. We're actually gonna go by rating. That's what we should be doing. Go by rating here. Find the best possible fences we can find. See what everyone's liking. Isn't this just the regular fence that's in the game? Generic wooden fence. Hey, that's what it looks like. Rock fence. Modern fence. Oh, that's like got like glass on it and marble. Like that's. Let's see. I see. Ho ho ho. You know why in game I can't see mesh fence? I have graphics on high, like I have the piece, but there's no render. Do you not see it at all? Or only when you're at certain angles? Because, like, I know sometimes I don't see it at certain angles where it kind of disappears. So it could just be, like, you might have to have every... like, there might just be a graphic setting that you have to change, maybe? That you have to switch that might not be set to high. Your general graphic settings might be on high, but that doesn't mean that everything is set to, like, high, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but... Just see through all the time. You might just have to go into your actual graphic settings and mess around with it and see if any of those would fix it. Not entirely sure. Asian style fence, that's cool. Alright, instead of rating, let's go total subscriptions. Someone's got over 2,000. Fences, I feel like there would be more options for fences here, but I guess not. These are nice. Very fancy fences. Ooh, this one's actually got, like, I like these are very simple, but, like, they also have elevated ones too, which are very, very useful. So I like that. Brick and metal fence. I'm just trying to get... I'm getting a few here that we can kind of utilize. I know some of these are really simple, but like... like they didn't do a whole lot for these. I mean, it's just a fence. You can only do so much, so. Alright, so I got some fence options now. Are these all, like, in-game? Those are in-game ones, like. Interesting. I think I might utilize these fences here. $147 for these fences, by the way. But I kind of want to add some... Yeah, we're pretty much... this is going to be like a workshop build. Be cool. Do fun game. Build uncommon models. Example, working on Pax Wild Train. Also playing with Custom Mauer Spike using Hot Racer and Custom Track. Be cool to see you create some uncommon models. Also, a really cool train blueprint from contest is called Tesseract. Check that one out. It's so cool. Yeah, let me check it now. Tesseract. What is it? Train concept. So what exactly is it? Is it a train, custom train? I don't know. I like a mystery, so. I like me a mystery. Oh wow, it's a train. It's a coaster. Oh, look at that. That's pretty sick. Look at that. That's some dedication right there. What did they use for that? Are those all individual pieces? That's pretty sick, though. Doesn't look great when you zoom out, but up close it looks fantastic. Kind of like disappears, probably because of like my graphic settings, but what are all these? Where are there a ton of, is there like a ton of effects too? It has triggers. Oh my gosh. I might have to check that out later because it costs $71,000. I don't want to place that in there. We might check that individually later though. Alright, we're just in the groove here. Just trying to like do some decorative pieces that we can use in here. Send it on a test at night. I'm very interested to see what it entails. I will say that. That is really cool. I like that. Might use that times in the park maybe. There's like a little planter set. That's cool. Starlight Express. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people create some insanely amazing trains. I've seen a few of them, and it's insane what people can do with you know, having the ability to attach scenery pieces to the trains have been such a big game changer in Planet Coaster 2. Because you can actually really theme up your rides now and really attach, like being able to attach them to stuff has just been amazing. All right, I guess I shouldn't go too lazy here. Should probably do our own thing here. Create custom. Basically, I just wanted to have like a nice little planter and then have the fencing on top of it. That was kind of my idea. Oh, there's a planter right there that we can actually build off of. That's going to be perfect actually for us because I want to go right up against that like so. See, we're building off of what we already have. It's beautiful. And then we could, I was thinking about putting like some nice flowers in there. And that would be fantastic. And then we have like the right edge piece for this already. So we're gonna throw that in there. It'll look nice. Get rid of that fighting texture. We don't need fighting texture. Stop fighting. We don't need to fight over it, okay? Alright, let's make this a scenery group real quick. So it's all together. But don't worry, yeah. Like, I don't want to get too carried away with using blueprints, but, like, I think we're going to use blueprints to create, like, the foundation of the park. Like, just kind of to give us an identity here a little bit. And just build around those things. So, like, yeah, we use this entrance, but we're going to add on to it a little bit. Make it kind of our, not really our own thing, because obviously we're using a lot of people's stuff here to make it work for us, but alright, I'm just gonna delete that, because that way we can just do it like this. That makes this most sense to me. I don't know if this is straightened on here. We're gonna find out. Not. But we can mess with that later. This fence is pretty flexible. I wonder what is that wood that they used on here? I hope you're successful with your fart. Just be careful that you don't gamble too much, okay? Don't make a mess by accident. That wouldn't be good. Had angle snap on, but I didn't. I probably should redo it and make sure I have angle snap on. Or I'm probably gonna regret it if I don't. Alright guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. If you are, make sure you hit that like button. Fight against that YouTube algorithm. If you don't like the stream, that's okay too. Regardless, I appreciate all of you being here. I hope you guys just enjoy what I do and enjoy the content overall. Like, that's all that matters. You guys are having a fun time here. That's all I care about. As long as everyone's enjoying themselves. And enjoying it. I wonder. Nah, that wouldn't work. But we're at 219 views for this stream, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. We've been doing good. Doing good. And I would love to hit... Gosh, I don't know. What would be a good amount of views to have on a live stream? Obviously, like, I think ambitious, like 1,000, but that would require me to stream quite a while. Probably, like, a pretty long time before that would happen. Which I'm all for long streams, but I don't know if I'd want to stream that long. At least not right now. Oh, I never thought about using... I don't utilize it a lot, but we have the snap distance feature, which makes it really quick and easy to do some of these things, but I always just don't ever do it for some reason. really helps out getting those in quickly and placed properly. Just overall quicker, you know. I can just go like that, and then the next one, snap distance on, we can just go, it just snaps it right at the edge there, at the end there, that where you need it. Very useful. How nice is this, though? I feel like we need to come back to this, though. Like, I feel like I'm not gonna... I gotta work pretty early in the morning, so I'm probably not gonna... stay up too late, so I probably can't stream this for crazy long. But I feel like I want to come back to this at some, you know, not make this a one and done kind of thing. I think it'd be fun to keep it going. Yeah, not necessarily looking at making a new series, but just something to do on stream sometimes when I want to do something different. That would be the purpose. This is a very symmetrical kind of like entrance, so we gotta like kind of make sure we're doing the same thing on both sides. Oh, that's going right through there. That's because it's not lined up properly. Which means we gotta fix that real quick. To be perfect, just close. Alright, look at it. Oh, this is close. I wonder how many pieces each one of these are. 19? What I'm looking at. 19 pieces to that, which isn't bad. I thought it felt like it was going to be a bit more, but it's not. So it's good. It's very, very much good. Alright, let's see what flowers we got here that we can use. So we can use like, could utilize these, which would be the quickest. Just plop them right down in there. And they can just go right down the line. Easy peasy, simple. Looks nice. He's even got lights in there. That's really nice. So you know how we got like the, you know, with the adding scenery to, gosh dang adding scenery to coaster trains and such. How we have like the mirror option. I feel like that would be a really cool feature to have in general for like just building scenery pieces, like being able to mirror stuff. Like why didn't they utilize that? They should have utilized that in the game already. Like not just for coasters or coaster trains, you know, like I think it would have been so cool. Utilize that for scenery as well. Alright, we're gonna try and stay focused here with the... and actually utilize these lampposts, these custom lampposts. And we're going to use them. Kind of continue that, you know, continuation. And that way, like, these things blend together, you know, because we're using... this is a different, you know, a completely different workshop item from this, but we need to blend these items together somewhat. So, like, to have that continuation, you know, we add these lampposts that were on here out to here, and that works really well for us, so... so that's our... how our entrance is gonna go here. I like this entrance quite a bit. It's simple, but it's still kind of big. It's classic, and you got like restrooms and such on the sides here. Even got some like little tiny merchandise here. Like, that's kind of cool. I'd like to do another centerpiece, maybe like right here in the middle. Just it's a little bit for a park that's going to be small. Kind of feels like it's a little bit too open. Maybe it's fine to have a pretty big opening here, being like the actual entrance of the park. So maybe not. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about expanding this path just a little bit, just stretching it out. How great is it? Like, you don't like your path placement, you can just literally go in and do that. Why are these closed down? Oh, because they don't have power, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know why those closed. Why did these close? They didn't have power for a second, but now they do, so now... I'm not sure. We want everything open. Yeah, go back to your shops. Want to see a crazy coaster in real life type PAX Boomerang. Don't know how this thing exists. It's insane. Gotta break necks. Where's it at? Or where's it located? Out of curiosity. That was gonna be a little more straight, but I guess it's not. It's a stand or something, but it has 4D seating. Okay. Don't know what I want to do with this curve right there yet. I haven't really decided. I have to fill this in on this side as well. And I might do like a little bit of a backstage area that's kind of hidden back over here. Maybe have like a few warehouse buildings or something that would connect with the park in some way. Yeah, that's so delightful. I just kind of put random stands in here, I see. And I think we have restrooms on either side here. Or these. Mechanic workshop, staff building, and this is a mechanic workshop. Okay. So we already got some of those there then. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Nothing there. Maybe facilities might have it. Nope. I was thinking about like putting warehouse or backstage or something. Maybe if we put staff, we might find something, but I guess I just haven't really downloaded anything for that. Like a warehouse. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Stuff like this. Small backstage warehouse. That one looks cool. I really like this one with like the... Yeah, I might go with this one. To be honest. Got the little garage doors and... That one's pretty cool, not gonna lie. That was publication day too. Let's see what we got out here. See, it's up there anyways. Give us a little bit of backstage work options, you know. Make it look nice and detailed. Now if we type warehouse, now we got something. How big is this? Oh, okay. I don't know everything that this has in it, so... And we also got to figure out where we want to place this also. I obviously want to make sure that it's kind of hidden from the rest of the park. So I think we would honestly do something. Oh man. I'd probably do that. I probably just need to shorten up this fence. If I do this. We'll have a fence there that will cover up, keep you from looking in that direction. We'll actually have some foliage and stuff there too. Which just costs $5,000. What's all in here? There's stuff and things that need power. So I'm curious of what's in here. Oh wait, looks like we got a lot of staffing stuff. I'm guessing there's like a staff room. There's a few things in there. It also has a distributor in there, so I don't know if we really need to use that, but... I'm gonna go in here and... I noticed this is like floating. So I'm just going to place another piece down like that. But that's pretty neat. I might not actually utilize all this in here. There's a lot of staff rooms and such that I don't really want. Oh, that just deleted all of that. I meant to do the individual thing here. Don't really need these here, and the distributor I don't really need either, so. And, I mean, we might keep the workshop in here. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? We really wanted to. The distributor. Go right there, I suppose. No idea what just happened there. See, I don't need two distributors right next to each other. That's why I was like, maybe I should delete that one. I already got one sitting right here. Alright, what I was gonna do is shorten up this, because I don't need that there. We're just gonna maybe have it like right there, and honestly could do this. As we create our masterpiece of a park. Kind of. I'm actually kind of getting tired. I might actually head off here in a minute. But, like, I feel like I should come back to this, though. I will say that. Like, I've done stuff like this before, but, like, I don't know, I'm feeling good about this one. Like, utilizing some blueprints and stuff like that. But let me go ahead and save real quick. And then we're going to check out a few things before we head out. Tesseract before you sign off. I'm so curious about it. Not gonna lie. I'm so curious. Oops. Dropped my foot on my router and stuff. That wouldn't be good. Alright. Say I need to do this at like night. Is there just like a ton of fireworks or something? I don't know. Let's go nighttime, I guess. Got the lights in the front. That train is so cool, though. Do the lights just like pulsate? Can't tell. It's like lights on it that go on and off. what it kind of looks like. Like it's just pulsing. Let's write it. Oh, it like does a little... I kind of see it now. That's cool. Like it actually goes up, and that's why it has so many things. I see now. You have to be a little bit more close up to kind of see it better. That's impressive, though. I wonder how many pieces that is. It's probably a lot. Sucks you can't see it too far. Like, you have to be pretty close up to really see it. Like, that's super epic, though. Oh yeah, the contest. I couldn't imagine the amount of effort to make something like this, though. Like adding all of the... Alright, I'm curious. $3,000. There's over 5,000 pieces on this 2-car train. So if you had like a full train of this would be insanely... This is insane how many pieces used here. What even is this? So it looks like it's a bunch of like orb pieces. It's an orb that can light up. That's what they used. So like, yeah, it's a lot, but like, to be honest, like, it's still fairly simple the way it's put together. When done right, like this actually probably wasn't too hard to figure out. But like, it looks impressive. Not taking anything away, I'm just... Love that, though. That is pretty cool. And you said Fairlight Express. I guess I didn't need to exit out of that to look at stuff. Curious of what that is like. Fairlight Express. I think it'd be cool to do a contest at some point, but... For some reason that doesn't bring it up. Pumpkin Patch Express. That looks really cute. Descent into Darkness. What is that? Like a T-Rex? I don't know. I feel like it should pop up though, typing it in, right? Video, it's a Jungle Cruise. Right skin. Into Darkness is... There's a park real quick that I did want to look at that we downloaded, I think. Yeah, this one. Time City's in Planet Coaster 1, Silas. Hi, Silas. Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great. Just been working. Staying busy. Let's check out this park. Fairly simple and small, too. Got a surf coaster. Some pretty cool theming. That's pretty neat. Love this entrance area. And the steam train above, that's always awesome. You got the share code there. See if I can get it to work. See if we can find it now. The rights to Time City. Are you you're gonna build that in Planet Coaster 2? Good luck. Okay, so the reason why this didn't work because I think everything's got to be uppercase. Maybe I'm not entirely sure. I think it's got to be uppercase. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, there it is. I'd join a contest if you did one. Yeah, that's the thing. I just feel like I wouldn't have a ton of people do it. You know? So, I would just need... For me to do one, I would want a lot of engagement in it. So, I would definitely want... I definitely want at least 5 to 10 people at the very least. You know? It doesn't have to be a crazy number, but I at least want like 5 to 10 people to do a contest. I think it'd be fun though. Like if you guys have interest in me hosting a contest in Planet Coaster 2, let me know. Obviously Jask is interested. I'm sure Silas would be interested after he gets his PC. By the way, Silas, I got good news for you. By the way, you know how we talked about how RAM sticks are outrageously priced? And that was struggling with your budget because of that. Guess what I have sitting on my shelf that from my last build that I did. So I did a build last time, and I bought a set of 2 sticks. It was 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is about what I was looking at for your PC. And they sent me 2 sets. I only bought 1. But they sent me an extra set, so I've had an extra set of RAM sticks for I don't even know how long now, just unopened, brand new, back when RAM was affordable. So like, so I might use that in your build, so I can actually save you a little bit of money. So, because the RAM sticks are absolutely outrageously priced right now, so like, I could actually just throw that in your, because I got that for free, like. I didn't question it. I only bought 1, even double checked. I was only charged for 1 set of RAM sticks, and they sent me a second one, so I've had it sitting on my shelf waiting to be used in a new PC build. So, it's 32 gigabytes of RAM, so that should be plenty for you, and that should be really good for Planet Coaster 2 as well. Yeah, I might charge you, like, it just depends. I might not include it, but I might include it a little bit. But, like, I would do it at a fair price, not, like, the outrageous prices, you know, obviously. So, because I think that set that I got, it wasn't that much either, you know? So, like, yeah, so keep that in mind. We don't have to worry about RAM, because I already have RAM sticks. Oh, no, this is an issue here. But yeah, I figured I'd say that while you're here. Because I walked past my shelf where I have all my PC parts and stuff, and I'm just like, I forgot about these, and I was just like, oh man, I could use that in Silas's or my next build, which be Silas's PC. I was like, that'd be cool. Yeah, just let me know, and I can build it for you. We can figure out all. We can go over all the pieces and stuff. Be great. Folks, what are y'all doing? You can't ride like that. Where's the station for this coaster? It's just completely bare bones. Also, nothing has power all of a sudden. Or is that just glitched out because I chose to have power last time? I don't know. Why does nothing have power all of a sudden? Oh gosh. See, I could charge you for a building fee too, you know, for me actually doing it for you. I usually don't. Usually when it's like friends and family, I don't like really charge for that kind of stuff. But I do accept tips though. Just so you know. Now we'll make sure it's running good for you first, and it's been a while since I built a PC actually, so not saying I'm rusty or anything. Like it's not like I forgot how to build it. It's like when you ride a bike, you don't forget how to do it, you know. It's just been a while since I built one. Okay, so we have, I think it's a tracked ride, wasn't it? Yep, there it is. Is that it? I'm very curious. That's very small. I don't know where this should be at the bottom. I think that should be lined up like that. I think. It's got an unload station too. Forgot how to ride a bike. Nope. I'm gonna do my best just to work around your budget, and that's the best thing about building a PC. Is you can work with your budget. I don't know if I should be in this view or like front bumper so we can see everything from the front. I don't know if we should be at nighttime. It was a train decor contest, so you like basically like decorating the ride vehicles. I see, because, like, obviously this is crazy detailed. I don't know if they actually put anything... Oh, I see. It's just for, like, decoration. For, like, the... when they showcase it on the thing. That's pretty cool. So, I got you now. It was a contest to decorate ride vehicles. Yeah, it's like, it's almost indistinguishable of what type of ride this is. That's the crazy part. Like, it's hard to tell what this actually is. It's a steamboat. So if I go into the steamboat model here, where's that? Oh, there we go. You can kind of get an idea side by side what it looks like. Look at that. It's crazy. That's really neat. This is really cool. Look, Silas, it's the Hilo Silos. Except it's a lot faster. Lights up at night too. I just now noticed like all these pieces moving and stuff. That's so cool. You best bet this is going into the recreation. The best thing about silos is there's 2 of them. Takes a lot of strength. I don't have to pull me up. Yeah, they got one at Dollywood. They got one at Silver City. At Dollywood, they're the lumberjack lifts. Silver City, it's right next to the barn swing. It's the Hilo Silos, and I've operated them quite a few times. They usually only run 1. Yeah, that's true. So, in reality, it would be like this. Maybe. How do I get it to stop? I'm trying to get it to stop, but it's not stopping. Oh, I think that it's the turning just always happens. So we'll turn forever and they're stuck at the top. Dan just had a Rita replacement contest and had a lot of sick builds too. Yeah, it's so cool. Like I said, I'd love to host something like that myself at some point. I think it'd be so fun. And I'd love to see what people would come up with too. Because there are a lot of talented people on Planet Coaster 2 that are more talented than a lot of YouTubers out there. And it's just like, man, why don't you make your own channel? Make your own channel. And showcase all this stuff, you know? They need to, because they're very talented. And, you know, I wish I was that talented. Outlaw Run replacement contest. I've seen, like, RMC contests, like, they gave you a base. That was a contest back in Planet Coaster 1, I think. They gave us a base, I forgot who it was that did that contest, but they gave us a wood coaster, and they had, the idea was to RMC it. They had the competition was to RMC it, which is pretty cool. So, SDC 2027 concept, question mark. But anyways, I think it's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Had a lot of fun. I think I'm going to come back to this project, Fantastic Hills. I think it will be fun to come back to, just to mess around with, and yeah, so we just got to get it built up before we can do a lot of the fun stuff, because I was thinking about making it like kind of like a story-ish kind of park, maybe. So, but thank you guys so much for being here, and yeah, it was nice. Said anything about SDC 2027? Yeah, there's nothing happening. Nothing at all. Alright guys, do appreciate it. See you guys later. Have a great day and cool tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.